5,
4,
3.
2, 1. Let's go.
Welcome back to the podcast, folks, where we talk about nothing but interesting things. And we go downhill fast at the same time.
Hi, Craig.
It's Greg, not Craig.
Oh, sorry.
Loser.
How do you know who I'm talking to?
Well,
My
maybe
buddy.
you got a friend named Craig. I
Craig.
don't know.
Hey,
The
Craig.
only subscriber that matters, Greg.
Yep. This is for you, Greg. Where are we going to begin today? We got funny stories from Florida or just funny stories from all around?
Okay, so how?
Why they gotta be funny? Why can't we have a serious discussion for
You
once?
could have serious, weird murder stories too from Florida because there's tons of those as well.
Okay, so what was the what do you have us do? Type in our name, and then type in Florida.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if any of these have my name in it. I haven't run into one yet.
Your name is unusual, though.
All the greats are named Mike. I don't know what to tell you.
So we typed in our name, we typed in arrested, and we typed in Florida, and whatever news story comes up. So
I think mine is pretty weird.
go for it, Allie.
So the title of this one is Florida Mom Allison Doherty is arrested after abandoning toddler in running car so she could go swimming with sharks.
Nice.
Allison Doherty, 41, was charged with child neglect. She left the 2-year-old boy in vehicle with AC running while she swam. She told bystanders she wanted to meet sharks. And obviously, she's mentally ill. Cause
Yes.
I'll send you the thing because
I
her
think it would be child neglect if she brought
mugshot
the,
is weird.
if she brought the
Okay.
kids with her. That would have been.
That's what
worse.
I thought, but you know, whatever.
Shark
She
bait.
was just caring for her kids. Like, this is not safe, kids.
But also, she looks
Yeah.
like that, so.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Meth.
One side.
Let
of
me
her
see.
head
I want to
is
see
shaved.
this.
Oh, yeah. She's
You think she's single?
Al will put a picture right.
Yeah, I
here.
could ask her, you know. The same name.
in jail.
She probably does favors for a small amount of meth. This sounds like my kind of gal.
Good to know.
I'll take care of her kids. So where did she go now? She went to go see some sharks.
Just pulled
Just
up to
swim
the
with the
water.
sharks.
Yeah, she just pulled up in her swimsuit and was like, I'm going to go meet some sharks. It seems like a great idea.
But she left the kids in the car.
She just had one kid, but he's like 2, so.
Were the windows
Yeah,
cracked?
She said it's like the car is just running with AC on.
Oh, she left it running even.
Oh, that's fine.
And I
Oh,
guess some
okay.
people were like,
That's
oh my
fine.
God, this kid's alone in the car.
Now you may or may not know this, Ali, but back when we were kids, our parents left us in the fucking car all the time.
Yep.
Like, we're gonna be just 5 minutes in the store, the Kmart, whatever the fuck, and they were in there for an
My
hour
dad
and a
would
half.
go to the bar.
My dad did that too.
I do that. Just leave in the car.
You stay in here. I don't want to get arrested.
Now he just brings me, you know, it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he, how does he
Took a weird
introduce you?
turn.
Does he introduce like my dad introduced me when I go to the bar with him? Oh, this is one of my ex-wife's kids.
Fortunately, no.
Thanks, Dad.
He just calls me dad.
Yeah, we never had car seats.
Come on, Charlie.
We never
These
had
kids,
bike
those
helmets.
kids' dicks are bigger than those sausages right there.
Yeah. Me, myself, and Irene.
You ever notice that your kids kind of have a year-round tan? Sorry, classic flick.
Shows.
So what's wrong with that story? I don't see anything wrong with it. She just wanted to go out and meet some sharks.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first word that popped up when I put in my name.
I mean, you're at home, you're getting high,
Probably by
Well,
sharks.
if she
you're
went,
watching Jabberjaw.
if she went home and took the time to find a babysitter and do everything proper, the sharks might be gone by the time she gets back. So she looked at this
Right.
as an opportunity.
She looked at the
Yeah.
schedule. It's, oh, the sharks are there now.
That's right.
Right. So what's the safest thing for my child? Leave him in the car with the AC running.
I think by sharks she meant meth.
Yeah. I do that too.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That was my Jabberjaw impersonation. I'm sorry.
Eh.
All right. So I got one. A Florida man is accused of driving a stolen vehicle to a Space Force base in Brevard County in what he called a mission from the President of the United States, according to the reports.
Is this like a off the Blues Brothers script? We're on a mission from God.
We're on a mission from God. No. West 2 News reported Corey Johnson, 29, stole a truck from Riviera Beach and drove to Patrick Space Force Base near the Kennedy Space Center. When Johnson tried to get on the base, he claimed the president told him in his mind that he needed to take the vehicle and warn government officials that there were U.S. aliens fighting Chinese dragons. He was arrested and charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle.
So what name did you match with Johnson?
Yeah.
You
Thanks, Corey.
Magic Mike Johnson. So,
all right, Corey.
anyway.
Johnson.
No, my name is Corey, this podcast.
All right.
So I actually can imagine that Biden probably told him that.
There's a strong possibility.
Just by
Or maybe even probability.
Call.
He was shaking hands after one of his press conferences. He was like, "Sir, you need to go."
He wouldn't even speak
Sir.
that clear. He'd be like, hey, there's U.S. aliens fighting Chinese dragons at the Kennedy Space Center. You need to warn them.
He might have said it during the press conference, and he was like, "You talking to me?" He's talking to me, and then he fucking just took off.
Yeah, could be. This is like when Biden told us how he was with his friend Xi Jinping in his 59 Plymouth driving across the Himalayas.
Him and Corn Pop.
Anyway,
So
enough of that. We're not going to
how do
pick
you,
on a senile
how do you
man.
know they're Chinese dragons?
I thought they all were.
Well,
I
there's
thought they were like the
British dragons.
Targaryens.
No, there's like King Arthur's knights fought their dragons. Right?
The Chinese
or
dragons
they were
look
Chinese
very
dragons.
different
The Game
from
of
the
Thrones
British
dragons.
dragons.
I mean, they clearly said ni hao, you know? So,
How can you tell?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was their accent. The dragon's accent, clearly.
They're building the
That's how
railroad.
you know.
How can you tell?
Because Biden
They're
told
doing
it.
laundry. How can you tell?
That's intel only that Biden had.
Oh, okay.
Well, who did he think was the president?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
So yeah, it could be Trump.
Could be Reagan.
Could be.
Could be Lincoln.
That's true.
Lincoln the vampire killer.
Yeah,
Hunter.
there you go. Vampire Hunter. Yeah. I think I watched about half that movie. I got through before I gave up on it. Goodness gracious. All right.
We're going to vote after this. Who has the best?
Okay.
I can't find anything.
it's clearly me then.
Maybe. You're
Dude,
I think,
come on. My dude went to the freaking Space Force.
Yeah, shut up, Corey.
Patrick's-
You don't even count.
All right, I'm going to do mine. Every one that I came up with pretty much was a Justin Bieber story, so I went with the one that wasn't a Bieber story. So a Florida man was arrested Friday after the stench of his mother's decomposing body alerted cops to the bloated corpse he was hiding inside of her home. Court
Wow.
documents show. Justin, last name not mine, 36, was charged with failing to report the death of his 55-year-old mother, who had filed a no-contact order against her son weeks before her death. Her fault. Her fault. She was trying to get him out of her life. He said, "Fuck you, I'm out of your life." And so police arrived at the so-and-so's house, Punta Gorda home, just before 5 p.m., and concerned friend told officers that her phone had been directed to voicemail every day that week, according to the probable cause affidavit obtained by the Post.
So is a no contact order equivalent to a restraining order?
Yep.
Pretty much one and the same. Okay.
So he's a petty motherfucker,
Yeah.
even in death. He's like,
Let her rot.
yeah, fuck you, bitch. That's what he was like. He was like,
Damn, that's just cold. Literally and figuratively.
what do you got, Nick?
You don't have a. Did you look under David also, or you don't even consider looking under David?
I can't find anything really.
I'll find you something.
You could, me and my friends used to do this where you just like look up your birthday in Florida, man.
Yeah, let me try that.
So, I always found something.
I got Nicholas Coffey of Palm Coast, Florida, was arrested for burglary after bragging about his new Mercedes on social media.
This sounds just like you.
I don't use social media. Yeah, I don't know.
Cool story.
I can't read all this shit.
Summarize.
Ran out of gas at 4:30 in the morning, and
Yeah.
they found him. That was it.
Dude, I don't know what's difficult about this. Okay, you got something, Wes.
I got on my birthday last year. A Florida man breaks into the KFC, but the secret recipe is safe. There's video of it.
Not
even.
going to be making those Krabby Patties.
Yeah, I got nothing.
So I typed in my
Fucking
birthday.
Greg is right.
My birthday in Florida man came up with a Florida man is facing charges as police say he stole an alligator and attempted to throw it on a roof.
What?
A Florida man faces a slew of charges in connection with an alligator police saw him carrying on a state road. Police said William Hodge was arrested after he was seen slamming the animal by its tail and trying to throw it on top of a building. In police report
That is awesome.
obtained by AP, Hodge said he was teaching it a lesson.
I'm picturing an Olympic event where he's just swinging it, growing in a circle, like
Like the hammer throw.
So those are the points of the story without reading the whole thing.
Florida man tells cops he wasn't drinking and driving because he only drank bourbon while stopped.
Technically.
He's correct.
I got one for my birthday. It says Florida man robs bank, then gets naked and throws money. Authorities in Florida said they arrested a man who robbed a bank, stripped naked, and ran down the street throwing stolen money. A spectacle that he somehow thought would jumpstart his career as a comedian. Instead, the FBI says 25-year-old Alexander Sperber is charged with bank robbery. They say he parked his car at the bank, made a gun motion with his hand, demanded money from the teller who gave him about $4,700 a bag. Officials say a red dye pack exploded, staining his clothes and a cast on his left wrist, so I guess that's why he just stripped.
Wait, the dye exploded and it got on his clothes?
Yeah, and he's like,
And a
guess I'll
cast?
strip.
Yeah, but he's still got a cast
Yeah.
with dye on it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this one's kind of dark. So this is my name in Florida. So Florida man. So headline's kind of confusing, but I'll get to it. Florida man who sent woman crime scene photos of her 1999 throat slashing is jailed. Okay, so this man.
I'm reading another article. Sorry.
Yeah.
So this guy's name.
Damn, you're dark, Wes.
He's like,
Doesn't crack a smile the whole podcast until this headline.
Okay, heartless.
Wes hates women. That's why.
Oh, shit.
So this guy's name, Alvin Willie George, doesn't have a last name, just 3 first names.
I thought your name was Alan.
That sounds like a bluegrass band.
25. So what he became fascinated with this 1999 crime where this woman's throat was slashed. She nearly died from it. So this is like 1999 till now. So
No shit.
That long. I don't know. I can't.
Oh,
math.
Asians are so
I
good at
can't
math.
Yeah.
So good at math.
Don't believe
you
the
guys.
myth, people.
So
There are
this
Asians
guy
that are
started
bad now.
stalking this woman. He got fascinated by this crime. Started stalking this woman, and eventually started sending her crime scene photos of that slashing. And he got 4
Hey,
years.
you remember when this happened to you?
Want this for your
This
scrapbook?
is an anniversary card with some pictures in it.
Got 4 years.
4 years.
4 years for that stalking and harassing and whatnot. So yeah, that's kind of so. In 1999, the attack was committed by serial killer Tommy Lynn Sells. The survivor's friend was killed during this attack.
Okay, what else, Al? Come on, spit it out. We're like waiting for you to think and process and read the next sentence.
He's a little slow. It's
Huh?
okay.
That's the Al.
Oh, well, so that's the gist of this one. I did not do it. That's all I have to say.
I don't believe you.
Just because I had the knife in my hand doesn't mean
imagine
I
that?
killed the man.
Sends her a card like, remember when? It's like,
On this day in
congra-
1999.
Congratulations on surviving this long. Here's some pictures to
I
remind
found
you.
these photos. I wasn't sure if it was you or not. Just trying to return them.
It's like, just think of like Hallmark cards that go along with the occasion of sending somebody these photos.
Did he at least put a good rhyme in there? That would have been nice. I saw your throat was slashed, and I had these pictures stashed.
Yeah, that one's pretty dark. And it's leading to a lot of dark humor, Al, so good job.
Go to the Walmart.
All right, Wes, I think you're up. What, the one that got...
It wasn't really that good. Basically, guy just got pulled over and
With a dog.
told the cops that the bag of cocaine they found in his car blew in with the wind. The wind blew it into his car.
Hey, stranger things have happened, man. There's hurricanes and shit.
And then
Cocaine
there was the
gods.
other one where the guy got arrested for setting his ex-girlfriend's car on fire, who happened to be his cousin.
Okay.
We've had several stories on this podcast about relatives having long-term relationships
That's just
and getting married and stuff. They're like mostly like family stories.
Yeah.
There's one. This one's dark too. That so this girl was put up for adoption when she was at birth, right? And when she turned like 18 or whatever, she wanted to find the real parents.
Oh.
So she found the real parents, then moved in, and then her and the dad were like, yeah. And then they
Getting
eventually,
it on.
when they people found out about it,
They
ran
were
off.
bonding.
They were yeah.
Making up
Yeah.
for all the lost years.
Yeah. Well, they took off.
He was
They-
showing her
they
how to trade
disappeared.
stocks.
Yeah.
What was he
How
doing?
to day trade.
Well, they were trading something, all right.
No, and so they ran off. The father and the daughter ran off, and then they eventually caught up with them, and well, they both were dead. It was murder suicide. So
Oh, the Clintons were involved.
yeah, yeah, shot himself twice in the head.
Well, that one's pretty good.
There's so much to say there.
Vice is nice, but incest is best.
If you can't keep it in your pants, keep it in the family.
Next.
Any more
Well,
morbid
going back
stories
to the
that we can laugh
cocaine
at?
blowing in the window, this is very possible since sometimes cocaine drops are done during hurricanes. And if you're driving, it could easily blow in the window.
I mean, does that happen with Cocaine Bear, right?
I mean, it's like when your dog
Yes.
is driving you because you're too drunk. That kind of stuff happens too.
And cocaine just flies into the car at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
The cocaine gods are smiling down at you.
He was probably skilled enough to swerve in to catch the cocaine. He's like, oh, there's already several bags coming down, and he was like, like a video game.
Go where? I don't know.
No, I don't think anyone's good enough to train their dog to drive that well.
I mean, I didn't think she'll learn.
She's
manual.
outside right now waiting for this podcast to be over.
You didn't think she'd ever get that
Iris
whole-
is ready. She knows there's pizza whenever she's done.
Never thought she'd get that manual
Yeah.
coordination down. Finally did.
Still rides the clutch a bit, but
She's a power shifter. She's
I could just see her drifting into a parallel parking spot.
her hair blowing.
Big old white,
sticking out the window.
Great Pyrenees. Absolutely. Well, anyway, what you got, Nick? And you didn't keep looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Greg's sober tonight because that Nick game ain't going too well.
Yeah, iPhone 1. This guy Nick. Yeah. Nick in Florida.
A 41-year-old man faces charges on allegations of breaking into a Florida jail. Sheriff's deputies were called Thursday night to the Lake County Detention Center after the man, described by authorities as homeless, forced his way into the jail. According to the incident report, the man entered the public lobby of the jail and could be seen on security camera acting as though he was trying to hide from someone. He then moved a metal detector and climbed through a small opening leading into the jail's x-ray machine in order to bypass a secured door, the report stated. The man knocked over and damaged computer monitors before entering another public lobby that is not open to the public, officials said. Video shows the man charged at detention officers before he was tackled by one of them. The man continued resisting until he was tased and secured. Officials said deputies were called to the jail to arrest the man and located a meth pipe in his pocket. Go figure. The incident report
It blew
stated.
in there.
It blew into his pocket. Due to his behavior,
That's not my pants.
he was taken to Advent Health Waterman for evaluation. Officials said the man, whom ClickOrlando.com is not naming due to his unknown mental status, faces charges of burglarizing an occupied structure, felony criminal mischief, battery on a law enforcement officer, and introduction of contraband into the secured facility. He's being held on $27,000 bond.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I wasn't listening.
A Florida man, a 41-year-old Florida man. No.
Let's do some trivia or something.
Well, we could turn this into like, remember Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew? He always had Germany or Florida game, so he would read some weird story, and you had to guess whether it was from Germany or Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Florida.
That's one for Justin.
You know that
job, guys.
does happen though. I mean, not breaking into a jail, but when it's like when it gets super cold, like he's gonna have overnight freeze
In
and
Florida,
stuff.
yeah.
Well, here.
Oh.
I'm sure it's other cities, but the homeless will do kind of like misdemeanor type of crime.
I think what they do is they
Property
get
damage.
drunk so they can go in the holding
Yeah,
thing.
they'll go like downtown and go break the front window of businesses and all that. And, do property damage, and they don't have money to pay for it. Of course, they spend the night in jail. They'll do stuff like that.
Is that what you're doing after the podcast?
Yeah, it's gonna be cold tonight.
So I wanted to talk about, I'm not going to read the whole story, but because that's boring, right? You guys just heard Mike.
No, it's not boring at all.
So I don't know if you guys remember in July, the beginning of July.
We got like the Mike
You
version.
stop fucking interrupting me.
You got the Mike version, then you got the Nick. The two extremes. Yeah, guy Nick in Florida. News.
Arrested.
Got arrested. Yeah.
Yeah. Not that great.
Tit.
So they had the AI forum in Geneva. A bunch of the AI robots, and they were interviewed along with some of the creators, AI creators, and the. So I'm going to start basically the story about halfway through. When asked,
No, start from the beginning. Just kidding. Go ahead.
He lost his
Okay.
concentration.
Okay.
He lost his place.
basically the start here where the this is the AI robot speaking. I'll be working alongside humans to provide assistance
You do
and
it in their
support
voice? You gonna do it in their voice?
in their voice.
I'll be doing.
I will be working. Oh, actually, they
Actually,
sound less like Stephen Hawking and more like real people now.
that's true. That is true.
This-
I will be working. Please sit on my face.
danger, danger.
Beady, beady, beady. Beady, 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 danger. Beady, beady, beady.
No one in our audience understands what you just did. That's awesome. Let's call this podcast Boomer Town. All right. Basically, I will be working alongside humans to provide assistance and support and will not be replacing any existing jobs, said Grace, a medical robot dressed in a blue nurse's uniform. You sure about that, Grace? Chimed in her creator, Ben Grotzel from Singularity Net. Yes, I'm sure, it said. The bust of the robot named Amika, which makes engaging facial expressions, said, robots like me can be used to help improve our lives and make the world a better place. I believe it's only a matter of time before we see thousands of robots just like me out there making a difference. Asked by a journalist whether it intended to rebel against its creator, Will Jackson, seated beside it, Amika said, I'm not sure why you would think that.
Until
Its
the next
ice blue
software
eyes
patch.
flashing. My creator has been nothing but kind to me, and I'm very happy with my current situation. Many of the robots have been recently upgraded with the latest versions of generative AI and surprised even their inventors with the sophistication of their responses to questions. So I won't go on to read the rest, but doesn't that scare the fuck out of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna commit
can
a crime, you're not gonna say
You can
it.
program it to say what. Yeah, there's
Like basically batting its blue eyes at you, going, "Why would I do that?"
that. I've seen iRobot.
Oh, jeez.
It's right around the corner, folks.
But I mean, if
They
AI's
just got to depopulate the earth enough.
and this is the premise of every movie, right? Any Terminator, whatever. If the premise of AI is to ensure the best situation for mankind, at some point it's going to come to the conclusion that the best situation for mankind is to get rid of mankind because they're a burden on themselves. They destroy themselves. I mean,
Their
you've seen
programs all.
you've
fucked
seen
up.
War Games,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of the premise of that movie. Sorry, Greg, you're probably too young to know what that is, but you've seen War Games.
Greg's older than you. Greg's probably, I think,
Oh.
older than Al.
Then
That's
probably.
old.
Oh,
You old, Greg.
they're probably too new for you, Greg. I apologize. You're probably gone with the wind and other things. But the whole premise is for AI to take care of man, and even in that movie or any of these scenarios, it feels like humanity is a burden on even itself, and to get rid of it is the best situation.
Because they'll find that humans are more self-destructive than they are.
Yeah, but it would destroy you to keep itself going. And if you really, AI is some kind of consciousness, it's
Yeah.
going to be just like human, and it's programmed by humans, and it's going to be flawed like humans. Because the information it scrapes off the internet to get all this information is biased and flawed and everything else. It's going to come to false conclusions, and then we're gone.
Like the cockroaches that we are. Yep.
We are.
What's your input, Nick?
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's almost like nobody. I'm assuming nobody saw The Creator.
No, I haven't
No.
seen it.
No,
So basically, it's what you're saying. It's kind of more. I don't want to spoilers, but
no one's watching it here. Go
I
ahead.
know. But it's kind of more of a pro.
Greg,
AI.
close your ears.
It's a pro AI. It's almost you kind of almost like they pity the humans for being so stupid.
Like Extinction.
Yeah, basically, we blow ourselves up, but blame them
Yeah.
and take it out on them and fight them. And they're it's basically a war between AI and humans and pro AI.
But if we're at war with the robots, we won't be at war with each other anymore.
We'll still be.
But it wasn't what I was expecting.
We'll still be.
It was a very
We'll still be
pro
giving Ukraine money, even though
AI movie.
we're
like a
fighting AI.
AI sympathy movie. I don't know. It wasn't what it was a bad movie. I mean, it was a horrible movie.
I mean, the reality of it is, though, that people that ultimately have the ultimate control of AI technology, and whether it's robots or, war-related things, power corrupts. I mean, we see that with our politicians, and not just this nation, but every nation, right? We see that they will use things to their advantage to make money, to grab power, to do all that. So even if the AI is on the level, the people programming
Yeah.
that have the power over it won't be.
They're
And
not-
you know that's fact.
Yeah, they're not going to be
Yeah.
on the same page, right? I mean, you can have like 90% of the creators of AI are on the same page. Like, yeah, they're going to be humane and whatnot. But that 10% is like, yeah, fuck this. I want them to blow up the world or whatever.
And they may even be thinking they're doing right by us. That may be the case, or they may just be like, fuck that, I'm taking over. I'm creating my utopia. Either way, good or evil, whatever that thought is, there's still a reasoning there for someone like that to grab.
That's why we have
grab
to
and
protect
go, like
Sarah Connor.
Then like the
dun, dun. I don't know the rest of the.
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah, then the powerful people will know like the Nambi language and be able to the robots understand that. Like if you say stop, like Nambi,
So no, don't stop. They don't stop.
then they will.
I mean, you guys have seen Short Circuit too, right?
The second one?
Which has nothing to do with this conversation, but it was a reason for me to bring up Steve Guttenberg, the greatest actor of our generation.
Okay,
Number 5
I'm
is
following you. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 9 out of 10 Gregs agree with what I'm saying right now. I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah, if you're Greg, go ahead and comment below.
I think that's all we have subscribed.
Just a bunch of
Gregs.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. AI is a funny thing. I mean, if it's not regulated, it's dangerous, and if it's regulated, it's going to be in the wrong hands.
It's going to be dangerous either way. I think.
Yeah.
Either way.
Either way is dangerous.
You know what I don't like is I don't like our government stepping in to try to make rules because two things. They're going to make it manipulative into a way that they want it, or they're going to take it into, well, I guess the same thing. They're going to manipulate it to whatever they want it to be. I would almost rather be you regulate the creators and not the actual AI itself.
So what you're
Like if you
saying
go
is-
beyond a certain point, then you're in trouble.
So what you're saying is everything our government touches turns to shit.
And you get taxed on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we're all in agreement on that.
That's 45 cents a flush whenever you're going.
A slut?
That too. I'll
Yeah,
leave.
those are cheap.
I don't know. That's AI kind of scares me a little bit because I think it can be a great thing. There's very few times in the world you look and go, we're on the cusp right now of something that could be world changing / world destroying. And I think, you know what I mean? Computers may have been one of those same things, and we still probably don't know the outcome. It's probably part of that AI. Are they going to be a world destroyer? Because the way people can manipulate trains of thought and all of this stuff that goes along with computers. I mean, maybe we're still in that process on that.
So what
but
trips me out is that in the future, when there's no humans left, they're going to look back at this podcast and then we'll become famous.
we'll be on some sort of mountain. Our faces will be on some sort of mountain when humans come back,
Exactly.
and they'll be like, "We need to follow the path of the first."
The wise people of
We'll be called the
Just
first.
As good as it gets
Yeah.
podcast. Yeah.
Some third hill down.
Or they'll be arguing if
Fucking
we're
B Street.
AI. They're like, no, clearly you can tell they're just really well functioning
I
AI people that act so human. They're drinking alcohol and swearing and everything
yeah, they
else.
called it. Those
So they're gonna
idiots.
think we're AI.
They're like, "There's no way people are that ugly."
Yeah, they'll be like,
That
"There-
has to be
there was never
man-made."
even- There was never even such things as humans. Come on, they never existed.
That's what
Hey,
we
they say that there's because of natural disaster, whether it's asteroids or whatever, that there's civilizations far more advanced than us that have been erased. You know, whether it's the world,
with AI.
no, with the world magnetic poles. You know what that brings when the Earth stops and it changes poles and it goes the other way. They're saying that the catastrophes that come from that, there's probably previous life
It won't even
that
take
there's
that.
no record of.
All it needs to take is for the Earth to get knocked 1 degree off its axis.
So I'm confused. Are you saying it's like Superman? Or it's like the Earth's rotation is going to reverse?
No,
and
they
we're gonna
say
go
that-
back in time?
they
That's
say
what I
that-
say, Wes. You need Superman to make that happen.
There's
only
a lot of
happened
talk
once in
right now
history.
about when the poles switch, that the Earth will actually stop to switch the rotation. It'll stop briefly and that's going to bring a lot of natural.
Why would the poles spontaneously switch? I think it's more likely that the Earth can go 1
Look it
degree
up.
off its axis.
Look it up.
Okay, on the online.
That's scientific.
Wikipedia.
No, that's scientific data.
We don't
First
follow
of all,
science.
Just because you haven't read it doesn't mean it's not true.
Christopher Reeves has to come back from the dead and then not be crippled. Then he's got
Well-
to put his suit. So we got to spin back time that far.
Well, then he has to be horny because he did it for Lois Lane.
Yeah,
So
who
yeah,
you can
you
never
have
have
that-
sex with anyway.
You got to have that.
He'd blow a hole right in her back.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think he would.
oh, you don't think so?
I think Superman's impotent.
Well, we got Blue Chew now. So
I don't know.
I don't even know where we were going.
All I'm saying is look it up. That's actually scientific discussion on. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
fully.
Think about this though.
It's happened
if-
before.
when
I
that
was-
happens, you can say, "I told you so."
What? You guys won't be here. Even
on the
if
next
you-
podcast we're on, when
what I
we're
was
recreating,
talking about,
I'll bring
if
it
you
up.
take the Earth and you move it 1 degree, one way or the other on its axis, that will be enough to do it. You don't have
Oh,
to
yeah.
wait for the poles to switch.
You know when that's going to happen? When we're headed for another species planet and they shoot something at us to knock us off the course.
I don't believe the Earth. Will
We're going to
ever
be their
spin the
asteroid.
other way unless
We're going to
something
be their
hits it.
asteroid, and they're going to knock us off course to get us the hell away from their planet.
no, supposedly it's happened before where the poles switched. Or,
Yeah, that's
you
what
know.
they say. That's what the scientists are saying.
Okay, so what causes the poles to switch? Just cause?
Whatever the magnetic poles, because they say they reverse.
They're curious.
And they say that we're hundreds of thousands of years
They're
behind the.
bi-curious, so they
bi-curious,
switch
so,
positions.
Yeah, there's,
Uh,
no, supposedly it happened before.
I
Supposedly.
think things have to slow down a lot more before it happens. In other words, I think it'll be a gradual thing,
Well,
and the Earth will slowly stop.
Well, yeah,
spinning.
you're spinning You're not going to do it overnight, but it's going to be. Any little bit that we slow down is going to be catastrophic
Like, okay.
to begin with, and
well,
then
it's
Like, let's put it this way: if something knocked the moon out of our orbit, right? Then yes, something wacky like that could happen.
Well,
Because
it's
we
slowly
need the
moving.
moon to. If we didn't have the moon, we wouldn't have 24 hours.
yeah, they say the moon is slowly moving away from us.
and the sun's slowly. moving
I know it's
toward
like
us.
a ridiculously small amount every year, but
yeah.
over time that affects the gravitational pull,
Probably
right? And it'll
hundreds of thousands.
Yeah,
of
but-
years,
but they say
when
it's
only
already-
AI is running anyway.
it's already moving. Like from the axis, the North Pole, you know, of its axis is actually moving. So the North Star is not really pointing north anymore. It's close enough to navigate by, but
But how
it's-
much?
It's not dead on.
So that brings the argument:
Or-
how much do you have to move to affect climate change, where everything we talk about is potentially because of natural things that are happening?
I think they
Well,
are because of natural things happening.
You know what I mean?
They're saying the tilt's shifting because of climate, the glacier's melting and shifting the weight.
And how do they know that?
I read it online just now.
But in a science article,
Yes.
yes.
But okay, but if we go with all these wackadoo theories, Florida should be
By the
underwater
Smithsonian
by now.
magazine.
you can't trust Smithsonian.
Florida should be underwater by 2015. Oh wait, that didn't happen.
But in the 70s, right, they said that we were going to have a freeze.
Ice
we were
age.
going into an ice age. So what
Yeah,
was
that's-
causing the ice caps to actually increase at that time?
The pollution.
So we didn't.
There was no sun.
The greenhouse effect
So why isn't that doing the same thing now?
because of the EPA.
That's
Yes.
crap.
Yeah.
ethanol.
Oh, EPA saved the world.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
always whatever's convenient.
It's that catalytic
That's
converter on your
rich.
car.
It's always whatever convenient.
Yeah, government agencies saved us again. Thanks, government.
Is that
Give me a break.
is that EGR in
We
your
have
car?
we have all these millions of years of books and articles
Remember that,
online
though?
of what happened
when
over
we
the
were
years.
kids. There was a greenhouse effect. There's a hole in the ozone layer.
Yeah, the hole in the ozone, I remember that.
CFCs are bad. We can't have CFCs. You know, it's like.
Hairspray.
But then that all changed. We went from we're headed to an ice age to global warming. And they're like, well, fuck, we don't know what's going on. It's just cyclical bullshit. Let's just call it climate change and make some money. So, I mean, there's no doubt humans have an impact to some degree.
Yeah, I don't doubt that either.
But
But I think-
I think our heads are a little bit big to make it
That's
as
what I think.
drastic of a degree as we say we're we're making. And by the way, I'm all for recycling and doing the right thing and taking care of the environment. I think it's a wise thing to do. But when Americans are doing mostly what they can, how about if we get on fucking China or India to clean up their act before we keep coming after America? How about that? Let's start.
So
there.
I have a question. If the polar ice caps melting can adjust based on, I'm assuming, weight, then what does migration of people do? Because if you put hundreds of millions of people into a place that they were never before, like the United States, I mean, relatively speaking,
weight-wise, well, they had bison
not on the amount that there's people
all
though.
across the Great Plains.
I mean, you went from having probably thousands or tens of thousands. Now you have 350 million people.
and mammoths. One mammoth
And a
equals
lot less.
like 10,000
Like
people.
what
So how
Al's,
much does that
what
affect
Al's
it?
pointing out, a lot less animals.
This is really boring.
I know. Yeah, struggling to stay awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
Sorry.
Thanks,
Well,
Greg.
you're the one who went down to this critical thought path of the what ifs,
The AIs to
the
climate
what
change.
abouts.
So you think the AI got rid of the mammoths? Is that what you're saying?
I'm pretty sure.
And they're melting to polar ice caps.
Intentionally to get rid of people.
With their laser vision, they're melting the polar ice caps.
Yes.
Jesus. We got to get rid of AI.
All right, what do you got, Allie?
I don't get paid enough to do this.
Just to criticize?
Well,
You're
there's
moving up in the ranks, kid. You got to start at the bottom. So
Is that
we're
the
raking
Google,
in the dough.
Google
Sorry, you're
search?
not.
You want to talk about that or no? No.
The what?
So
Talk about it, Al.
Google, if you put is blank racist and you put any word to fill in the blank, almost every
I wonder if the word blank is racist.
every
I'm gonna check some.
every search that comes up is gonna basically say yes, whatever word you put in there. So, it's going to be suggesting that it is racist.
You know what, though? I have a good friend that told me whenever you see things online, you shouldn't trust it. So I'm going to say probably not, because he's easily the smartest guy I've ever met in my entire life. Easily.
This is funny because I put the word blank in there. Is blank racist? And it just comes up with a bunch of. It says, did you mean, or search for instead, is black racist? And then it's all this, can black people be racist? Who can be racist? Sure, black people can be racist too. And it just turns it into a racist thing. And all his question was, is blank racist?
Well, that's like 10 years ago. I think we
The
talked
word
about
blank.
it. I actually have a picture on my Facebook from 10 or more years ago that the big thing was, I don't know if you remember this or not, people were putting white person stole my car in Google and it would correct it. Do you mean black person stole my car?
I'm going to try.
Google would correct it. I might not do it now. It was like over 10 years ago, but that was the big joke. I remember I saw it everywhere. Like, when you put that into Google and you literally put it in Google and it would say, it would correct white person and put black person. Like, do you mean? Like, ugh. So you can't, I don't know, you can trust Google either because that corporation is politically driven in itself. So, but that being said, I use Google exclusively for everything. So I'm.
according to
You're welcome for my information, by the way. Please share it with everyone that you.
According to SearchEngineWatch.com, Google gets spammed with searches for "white people stole my car." This
Yeah,
is
that
an
was
article. Let's see if there's a date on this article. Shit, I don't know. I need glasses. I don't. August 26, 2009. That's when it was published. So they got spammed.
Yeah, it was
with
09.
So they probably got overloaded with it, and then they
Where'd that
corrected
go?
it.
Yeah.
I still see him.
Yeah.
The glare.
A little head.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah. I'll sit down here.
It's like, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was something that they probably fixed back when it started happening.
But it's just crazy that I would correct to that, right?
No.
Really?
No.
Why is it not crazy that I would correct to that?
Do you want me to get into this, really?
No, not really.
Well, here's what I know. If you do get into it, we'll have a seat open, so we'll have less people here and more room. And your ability to run for president later will be done.
Uh-oh. I'm breaking out the dry erase boards.
I don't think I have enough pens.
Oh no, here.
I got some.
We can share
I'll share
pens.
with Nick.
I can go to the office and get some pens.
I'll share with Nick.
Here you go, Snick.
This is a nice board. Can you hear me? Oh, yeah. Hold on, I need to switch
What is
this
this?
around.
Oh,
Eraser.
It's a semen collector.
It's not working out. It's fine.
sure.
You're the worst whatever you are ever.
Shut up. Hurt my feelings. All right. We're going to do...
Is that all you only had 2 of these?
yeah,
You threw them in the sink, that's why. They're in
Yeah.
the disposal.
Ooh, grab it.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
I want green.
See, I'm good for something.
Thank you.
You're just going to hold yours up like this when you're done?
This is
Do I
just...
get an eraser?
This is true. Oh,
Well,
you
you
didn't
share
get
it.
one? You got one. Well, there's 2 over there. 69. Correct.
What do you need a pull start for the eraser?
So this is just going to be true or false.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know how many questions.
Okay.
69.
Go ahead.
We keeping score? Somebody's got to keep score.
Yeah.
I've already got 1 point from like a week ago that I'm being credited.
Okay, what's at stake here?
Huh?
What's at stake here?
Nothing. What do we
Whoever loses has to do a 5 at one time.
You guys want to throw $1 down?
I don't have $1.
I'm going to go.
Children.
Go ahead, Al. Come
What are we
on.
doing?
Take her off.
Come on already.
We're writing obscene
Here, I
messages
helped
and
you out.
pointing at people.
Are we keeping score? You
Yep.
gotta
Yeah.
keep score. All right.
Well, I'm going to bet $1.3 billion on this. Let's go.
Is that all?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd rather owe it to you than just
Going for broke. I'm
Okay.
putting up my Yeezy stock.
True or false? You can just do T or F. You don't have to
Oh,
actually
okay.
write the rule.
Can I make it look like both letters at the same
I
time?
can. Okay, the first question.
That's. Why? Why'd you make it look like a gallows? That's racist.
Okay.
Oh, can we still play Hangman? Is that
No.
still allowed? Oh,
No,
I do. I play all the
you
time.
hang person.
hang individual. Anyway, go ahead, Al.
A group of monkeys is called a troop. True or false? So what do you have? What do you have? True.
True.
All true.
What the hell is that?
A T. A Y.
It was an F, folks. It was an F.
Correct.
Yeah,
It is true.
Everybody know that.
The fear of water is called acrophobia.
Acrophobia.
Show your answers. False. 6-9.
True.
6-9.
Aquaphobia.
True.
It's true.
It is false.
Yeah, buddy. That's right.
Wes has
Minus. I'm zero.
one.
All right, I got the next question. Nick has a happy marriage.
So this is a follow up on
Did I
that.
get a point?
Acrophobia is actually the fear of heights.
Oh,
Like an acrobat?
Yeah,
Is
it
that
would
where
be
that
a-
comes from?
Aquaphobia.
I
wouldn't
guess.
I didn't understand his accent.
I,
it? English is his second language.
Hate
So
to
you got
fuck-
Into periodic table. In the periodic table, the letter J is not included. The element table.
Who's keeping score of this shit?
No.
I think it's just a general.
True.
Whoa. It's a little aggressive.
Stop copying
The
me,
next-
Ali.
The amount of matter changes during a chemical reaction. True or false?
The amount of matter.
Changes during a chemical
I
reaction.
know what matters changes.
Who's keeping score?
I don't know.
Oh,
False.
Yeah,
The amount
bitches.
of matter remains the
Yeah, me and Wes killing it.
This changes
well, wait a minute. What
Form.
about
It just
a
changes
fire?
form.
form.
What about when something's on fire?
It's
That's
still
a chemical,
there.
Yeah,
it's
the
a
amount
chemical
of-
change.
same. Yeah,
But
the
the-
amount of matter remains the same.
Is it though?
The
Physical property.
physical
okay.
property changes, but
None of the particles blow away
the
or
amount
lift up
of
in the-
matter.
Yeah, but it's still there. It's just blowed away.
It blew into somebody's car.
The white part did.
Wheat is the most widely cultivated and consumed crop in the world. True or false? True.
Damn it.
False.
I had false. Look at
It's
that.
false.
Okay, false.
Oh, I got it.
I had false.
No.
What is it? Corn?
did.
Corn is the primary
what I thought.
crop.
Corn.
Really?
I'm winning.
That was my
I'm winning.
second guess.
I'm winning.
Wheat is second.
I'm winning. I got +1 on these two bitches right here.
No, fuck you. I got them all right. Except for one.
The national game of India is cricket.
False.
False.
What?
Baby.
It is hockey.
Got it. Right there. Look at
That's
that.
what it says there.
Fucking hockey.
It is hockey.
Is it like
I think so.
It's sand
soccer?
hockey.
Is it like soccer being called football?
Maybe it's field hockey. It could
Get
be
the
field,
fuck outta
field
here.
hockey or something.
That's what they call cricket in India, dude.
Hockey?
They call it
No,
hockey.
that's honky.
Oh,
have never
going,
even seen
I'm
them
going for
play.
last place.
It could be field hockey. I don't know.
All right,
It just says
I'll take
hockey.
that.
The state of Delaware holds the record as the American state with the least number of counties. True or false?
Can I put who cares?
It's true.
Fuck that. It's not
Son of a
West,
bitch.
West the only one that got that
how
one.
many counties does Rhode Island have?
Two.
I thought it would. That's what I was gonna say.
Road
Rhode Island,
and
but
island. Road County and island. Nah, I don't know.
Hawaii. No.
The Philippines has two official languages, English and the Filipino language. True or false? It is true.
God damn it.
I got it right.
I'm just on a false trip. I'm putting false for everything.
Hawaii receives the highest annual average rainfall in the world.
Oh, I know that.
Didn't put that fire out, so no.
It's true.
What?
Dude, that's where the wettest place on earth is.
I thought your wife's
No, it's-
vagina was the wettest place on earth.
It says
Well, look who
That's
she's
a-
married to.
That's a story you've been telling
This frickin' specimen right here. Don't be jealous.
ever since the Schwann's guy left, though. I don't know.
God.
That's why it has a dry cough. Sorry, Tanya.
A dry queef. Human facial hair grows faster than the hair on the rest of the body.
You talking about Tanya again?
It's true.
Fuck that. It's a
Nick.
lie.
Just because you can't grow any real facial hair, Nick.
It's my pubes.
Oops. Yeah.
Okay. If you look at a deck of cards, all the kings have a mustache. True or false?
Jesus Christ. Can we do wild card?
False. The King of Hearts has no mustache.
Because he's transitioning. You see the breasts on that guy? Anyway, go ahead.
A dog has 42 teeth, and an adult human has 52 teeth.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Sorry.
Should have listened to Nick.
I shouldn't have listened.
It is true.
You're a little full.
Get the fuck out.
Not
Oh, when you're born with? Like the
Not
ones that
at
are still
one time.
underneath?
This is adult
No, fuck it.
human.
Count your
57.
fucking teeth.
Is that
dude.
counting the
You have
ones you got on
50
your
teeth.
necklace?
I thought we had 32 teeth.
Is that counting the ones on your
This
necklace?
is true.
It's fucking.
Well, the
liar.
dog has
Let me
his
ask AI.
wisdom's taken out.
Yeah.
Well, Google it. Yeah, real quick.
Google never lies.
You have your wisdom's taken out. I'm sorry, I don't
It's
have
only-
28 fucking wisdom teeth.
It's only 4 wisdom teeth, man. I think it's all teeth, including your baby teeth.
I think it is too, the
Yeah,
teeth that you
that
have
wasn't
underneath.
Yeah, your wisdom's plus both sets of teeth.
Yeah, that's got to be it, because there's no way.
Let's do some math here.
We'd look like a shark.
Yeah.
This is 32, which, yeah, that's what I thought.
Right.
Kind of trivia.
Sure.
Are you reading wrong trivia? What are we?
Hold on, I just lost a page.
Oh my
It's
god.
okay, that sucks.
Do you lose all your molars?
No.
No.
No. Some of them grow in later.
Yeah, I think you don't get a second
You're like
set of
your
molars.
back 4 or your back 2
Yeah.
on both sides and top and bottom.
Only when you're doing
you
porn.
don't lose.
When you're on meth. No, I don't think so. I don't know. The kids
Nick, you
haven't
got to
lost-
tell us. You got the youngest kids
Yeah,
in
they
the
haven't
room.
lost
so
theirs yet. Just
you haven't been knocking their heads around enough then, huh?
once. Yeah.
I lost the fucking page.
Oh.
Oh, well, I won.
Well,
Just make up questions.
Is Justin gay?
I mean, oh, shit. True.
Check back later.
Perfect.
What was the slang word for that?
Baby girl?
Baby girl. You guys stop it.
Oh, I can't. It's downloaded.
All right.
I lost.
I got a quiz question. Final tiebreaker.
All right.
The youngest president to ever hold U.S. office.
Bob.
The youngest president to ever hold
I'm gonna vote.
Oh, it's
Office.
it's an old one.
Kennedy.
presidency.
No.
Write it down.
Cleveland.
It's definitely Biden.
No, stretch.
Grover
Oh,
Cleveland.
I'm not going to write it because I know the answer.
Task.
What do you got
What's
there?
task?
Washington.
Hey, he was the
Wes,
first, all right?
Wes, you got
Kennedy.
What is it? Is Taft?
I don't think it was Kennedy. I think it was someone before that. I can't remember who it is.
Truman? I don't know.
No.
I just fucking know random names. I don't even know.
Yo, it's Taft.
Got to write a name
Taft.
down.
Taft.
I don't remember.
Lincoln.
So I'm going to write down Taft for Al.
How about...
What does your Google machine say?
I don't. He'll read it and cheat.
come on.
I don't remember. I can't think of it.
Oh, you give up?
I
then?
mean,
You
the
know,
thought would-
no answer's better than
The thought would be
answer?
Kennedy, but I know it's not Kennedy. Then you would say Obama maybe is in that mix, but it's not Obama.
Nixon.
You got Lincoln, Washington.
Yeah.
That's two
Just
presidents.
name the rest of them, too. So I'll have the right answer on here.
I can't think who it
Neither.
is.
Are you going to write an answer or
Either
no?
one of them?
I got none.
All right.
You gonna write
Benjamin
an answer
Franklin.
Or no?
I know.
Biden.
Biden is not the answer.
Write down Franklin.
It's not opposite day.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt.
That's what I meant.
He was the youngest.
Really?
Youngest to ever hold office. The youngest elected to office was Kennedy. But a lot of people, they default to Kennedy because he was the youngest elected. But McKinley was assassinated, and Roosevelt was his vice president, and he was inaugurated or sworn in. Fun fact, folks.
Cool story, bro.
Well, you can stump a lot of people with that. So, y'all learned something if you watched this far into the podcast, and if you did watch this far into the podcast, God help you.
We're sorry.
So, I can't wait to just inform my sister Greg is becoming a reoccurring theme on the podcast. Greg will probably start watching it now.
Can we get a picture to put up?
Screenshot.
I've got one picture of him, yeah. But I'll show y'all offline. Al could put it in later if he wants. I mean, put the picture in, not put it in.
Oh, okay.
Clarification. You always have to clarify around Al, folks. So, anyway. All right. So, are we going to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to get out of
Thanks
here.
for joining us again, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to get all our latest uploads, including the fantastic shorts
Yeah.
that have been uploaded.
That's all I got.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
This podcast sucks.
Yes, it does.
Good night, Greg.
I got a new computer at work and it has Windows 11 on it. It's actually not bad.
I got a computer that works got Windows 12 on it. No, that goes back to the game Nick and I would always play because of a couple of one-uppers at work. So we'd always go one-up whenever one of us. Oh man, I don't know. I couldn't eat all 50 nuggets. I ate 45 of them. Yeah, well, I ate 46 of them.
That fucking guy.
Basketball
Yeah,
size.
exactly.
Yeah.
Every
Doug.
fucking time.
Was
Yeah,
it Doug?
Doug Wyant, yeah. He's like, oh, it was a baseball size hill. So he's like, oh, we had softball size. Shit, I ain't nothing. I see basketball size hill.
All right, so we got.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing
I got
over
Trump
here?
all fucking wet.
It's all sticky now.
He's a duck. Hey, you should look up the ranking of our podcast on Google, and we should talk about it like we've accomplished something.
Probably number one.
Like number 597,000.
Exactly. The worst. Yeah. The number one worst podcast.
Or let's find a bunch of podcasts that have less followers than us and call them
I
out.
don't think it exists. So we're gonna start off with the Florida thing.
Oh, I didn't even finish that because mine was so dumb.
Well, the name like Justin,
What?
Nothing, Nick.
Fuck you looking at?
Nothing, Nick.
yeah. You ready?
Go for it.
What?
Who's counting down? So who's gonna do the
A little
countdown?
bit softer now.
5.
A little bit softer now. A little bit louder now. A little bit louder now.
I think you need to do that on your guitar. You need to riff that out. And then I'm gonna try to get Lil Wayne to do our intro.
My ass hurts. Not
Down
good.
like she's supposed to be. He get down low for me.
My love for
It's
you
better when
is
you have that
ticking
porgy,
clock
but-
berserker. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun,
Alright, let's get this
dun-dun-dun,
fucking
dun.
party started.
All right, I already tried to kick it off. 5.
4.
3.
2-1.